G'day, how's it going guys? Okay, so I'm down in front of my doctor's just for my monthly shot, and here, it's incredible, there's no one down here. This place is usually packed, everywhere I go is usually packed, there's no one anywhere. Just crazy. I'm going to take you out for a run down the beach, we'll have a look down there, but crazy times, I'm telling you. Okay guys, so from the doctor's down to the Praia. Now the Praia Road's the main drag that enters Dongtan Beach, Jomtien Beach, and all the surrounding areas. Now this is usually a really thriving street. It's got lots of restaurants and bars and all that kind of stuff, places to eat, massage, you name it, it's got it. Even got a Viper Go-Go bar. So, but as you can see, I think this is about 2 o'clock and very, very quiet. Nobody down here, and yeah, super quiet. It's very shocking, guys. Now, guys, look, I've been here on and off for years. I've been here many times and lived here for 3.5 years, and in this time I've never ever seen the low season as bad as this. Now people I talk to all the time, whether it be massage girls or bar owners or just people that live here, my mate up the road lived here for 23 years, he says, Greg, I've never ever seen it like this. It's that hard going. So guys, I think that unless something happens in a real hurry, there's going to be a lot of businesses closed down, guys. People say, Greg, are you worried about your business? Of course I'm worried, guys. Nobody wants to fail and lose a business, but my business wasn't structured just like a normal business. It was done as something different in the area. Now we are in an expat community where we have a lot of expats around our area, and they're people that permanent residents. So we're not like the touristy area where you go down the main drag and the beach and all that. We've got stacks of condos around us, and just across the road they're finishing up another 1,400 condos, so they're right across the road from my bar. So that's that's going to be a huge bonus for me. So do I feel threatened and worried about it? Sure I do, but at the end of the day, look, I'll do everything I can to sort of make the place work. I use my YouTube channel and what I have to do to make it go. But a lot of people won't be so lucky, guys. And you can see down here all the gaps and all the along the beach here. This is usually chock-a-block. There's hardly anybody here, and it's crazy. Now, I've written down a load of reasons, guys, why I think this is happening, and I put them in no particular order. But give me your thoughts. Now, look at this. Look how clear that is, and there's just nobody here. Okay, so they've been talking for a couple of years about taxing people that move here, expats and what have you. Now, people are worried that they've already paid their tax and Thailand wants to tax them again, So, I don't think this can happen. Like, I worked for my super, and I don't think Thailand's got the right to be able to tax it again. I'm pretty sure they don't, to be honest, guys. So, I don't know how they're going to implement this, but at the end of the day, I don't know for sure. But a lot of people are worried about this, and people have moved away because of it, okay? So that's one thing, okay? That's just one little thing. Now, like I said, no particular order. High Thai baht, guys. So the Thai baht's relatively high compared to other currencies. Now, compared to Australian dollar, the Australian dollar changeover, by the time you pay your transfer fees and, the Australian dollar's low, you get about 21 baht per dollar. Now, a few years back, about 10 years ago, you used to get like over 32 baht per dollar. So it's really dropped back. Now with the state of Australia and the state that Australia's in, relative, nobody's got any money, everything's so expensive, and the price of living is through the roof. It makes it very hard for people to come to Thailand and have a good holiday like they could. So it's definitely getting harder. So for the Americans, and that'd be the same for everybody overseas. Because the Thailand dollar is so strong, and I don't know why, it's making it difficult. Okay, so the global thing as well, guys, like all this what do they call it, COVID business. Now it cost a lot of people a lot of money, and it really brought on inflation. The price of things in all the countries have gone up, and it's making it hard for people. Now, was COVID even a thing? Because at the moment it's a big issue here in Thailand. There's 70,000 new cases recorded last month. Now they're saying that this is more contagious than it ever was, and but the death rate isn't so high, but it still makes you very sick and what have you. So if you're an expat and you want to come to Thailand, and you heard about 70,000 cases, you know, and you're not young, you'd have to seriously think about, you know, do I really want to go to Thailand? Now, this could be another thing that's affecting people. Now, was COVID even a thing, really? Or was it just a bad cold and the world got carried away and, you know, just cost everybody a lot of money? So, you know, I had to have 3 vaccines and all that kind of stuff to move over here, and I didn't really have a choice. Now, did the COVID vaccine make me sick? I got COVID 4 times, and I got really sick a few times, and it really, really affected me. So, prior to that, I'd never been anywhere near as sick as that ever. So, did it affect me? Maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know. Okay, high airfares, obviously they're a big thing. Airfares have gone up. All the planes are sitting around the world dormant for a long time now. They're trying to make their money back, so airfares are up. Visa changes, guys. You know, like 1 minute there's a 30-day visa. You don't have to worry about anything. Just turn up and it's automatically there. 60-day visa, similar things. And then there's, you know, they're letting the Russians in, the Chinese in, the Indians in. There's no visa requirements, and they change things. Now, at the moment, they've got a thing where you got to register 3 days before you fly in, or you got to do it at the airport, and it's a bit of a problem. Okay, now this here, guys, is one of my favourite soys. I like it because it's authentic. Yeah, soy welcome. Now, this place has got a lot of restaurants and a lot of bars, and it's a good place to eat. The food is really cheap, most of it, and especially if you like Thai food. But they do have variety. You can get pizza, you can get American food, you can even get a steak down here. And yeah, it's all pretty reasonably priced. There's good massage places down here, both straight massages and extra specials, you know what I mean. I think there's an expat shop and an Indian shop down here as well as all these rooms upstairs are all for rent, guys. They're quite good. They're air conditioned. They're all done up, and they're cheap, guys. You get rooms around here from anything from 6,000 to 12,000 for a month, and for 12,000 it'd be pretty flash. But bear in mind, guys, no elevators for most of them. Okay, here more massage shops, guys, and same with the rooms again. You can stay upstairs here, cheap as chips. You know, we're talking about hundreds of dollars, like, you know, $300, $400, $500 for a month, and you get a cheap holiday. Now up the end there, that's the ocean, and just to the left of that is another Thai restaurant. A lot of people sit outside, and it's very good food, and it's very cheap. Right, and up the end there, they also have a lot of Thais come to the beach, and they sit up there and they drink all night and they party, and they're actually quite good. The only thing you need to watch out is if they're drunk riding motorbikes and stuff like that, and I've seen them like that a few times, so you just need to be a bit careful, guys. Stay out of their way. But they're generally pretty harmless. They just get up there on the beach. There's a lot of lady boys, and they have their music playing, they drink and whatever. And because they're in the middle of the beach, you don't hear too much noise or anything from down here. But it's a pretty good spot, guys, and like I said, it's pretty authentic sort of Thai style. Yeah, so it's it. Back to the beach, and the further we get up, the quieter it gets. But there's some nice hotels, guys, up here. There's the Buri and some really good spots. Okay, so here you can see some machines fixing up the beach and the drainage. Okay, so what else have we got? Okay, so we had the visa changes. Earthquake, guys, the Myanmar earthquake. So did that make a difference? Well, I wouldn't have thought so, but it shook some hotels in Bangkok, and you've seen the pool splashing water. But one building came down, guys, a government building that wasn't finished, and it collapsed. And after testing out the materials it was made out of inferior concrete and steel, so it was always going to come down. So someone's pulling Swifty and trying to save some money on inferior products. Now, a lot of people would be concerned that there's other buildings like that made by the same company in Bangkok, and I'd say they'd be tracking them down, guys. They can't not track them down. So, but I don't think it's anything to worry about immediately. I don't think there's too many earthquakes around here. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. Okay, now Thailand's getting expensive, guys, and I agree to that in one sense. But having said that, guys, you can still live here and have a good life and not spend too much money. Now, some things are going to cost you money, and that's one thing's going to be alcohol. And if you drink a lot, you'll probably spend a lot of money. If you like American food and you like living it up, sure, you're going to spend a lot of money. If you want to stay in the Taj Mahal, sure, you're going to spend a lot of money. But if you just want to spend, you know, a little flat or a condo or something like that, eat Thai food and that, you can still have a really, really cheap holiday, guys. And you know, if you're looking for bargains, there's still a lot of bargains to be had as far as condos and places to stay. but there's a lot of places they've just whacked the prices up, and if you don't look around, you're not going to save, guys. So look around. There's still some great deals to be had, and at the moment, even though it's low season, it's a great time to come because you've got the place to yourself. It's not overcrowded and what have you. If you're coming here for ladies, there's stacks of ladies around, and there's hardly any customers. So great time if you're in a bunch of blokes or what to come, and you'll enjoy yourself something shocking. Okay, another thing, guys, and it's been brought up to me a few times, is people are saying that Thailand's not so friendly anymore. And I'd have to agree. I remember Thailand coming here and I was just overwhelmed by how friendly and how outgoing the Thais were. And there's still some like that, but guys, it's not like it used to be. I think it's sort of, I don't know, it's just worn off or something, It's just not like it used to be, guys. So is Thailand as friendly as it used to be? I don't think so. You give me your thoughts. Do you think it is? I don't know. Alright, one more thing, guys, scams. Okay, so I've been scammed a couple of times over here. I got scammed buying some furniture, and I also got scammed, I lost my business, I got scammed out of my business. Okay, so there are a lot of scams and stuff like that now. A friend of mine's just come back from Australia and he's gone to court today, and he went to court and he actually won, but his is a civil case, and whether he gets paid, I don't know. I'm going to try and catch up with him today and find out, but I think it's all over for him now, so he'd have to be a big sigh of relief. So there's that. And like as little as a couple of days ago, hang on guys, before I go further, see all these motorbikes over here in the background? Now I've stopped there for a reason, right? Because when there's that many motorbikes here, that's an indication of how quiet it is, guys. You see all these motorbikes, they're all rentals. Now I've ridden past there in the past and there's been none there. They're all out for rent. So I don't think I'd like to be footing the lease bills or whatever they do to buy those bikes, guys, because there's a lot of bikes there, which means there's no one here. So it sort of speaks for itself. So anyway, getting back to the an Australian guy, FIFO guy, fly in, fly out miner. He had a girlfriend for 2 years, lovely lady. She looked gorgeous. She looked after him and treated him well, and he was sort of smitten. He spent a lot of money over here on her, and and he enjoyed his life. He thought he'd gone through his life, and he'd finally found happiness. So anyway, he'd bought her a lot of things and spent a lot of money on her, and she last time he come over, she asked him for $1 million baht, about $50,000, right? And she said she wanted to start up a business and do that and do this, and he said, look, I've already given you a lot of money, let me think about it, I'll have a think about it, and I'll get back to you. Well, anyway, he had to think about it, right? And he said no. Well, she chucked a tantrum, basically kicked him out and stole his passport. Now, he was gutted. He didn't know what to do. He ended up going to the embassy, right? And they said, look, for you to get a new passport, it's going to take a few days, and we need you to report it stolen. So he was going to lose his job if he didn't get back to Perth on his booked flight, So anyway, he went to the Pattaya police station, and she just happened to be there, right? And she's trying to extort money out of him. He said that. The police pulled the passport off him. He gave him his passport back. Didn't do anything to her about it, right? She got off away with it, and the police said, yeah, it's over between you, and he said yes, and that was it. And they let her go. But he got his passport back, but not before she tried to extort $1 million baht out of him, So these things can happen, guys, and if you're not careful and you're not aware, you can be a victim to these things, because sometimes, some people just look at us as just people to extort money out of, guys. So just be careful. Anyway, if you like my videos and stuff, please subscribe, leave me some comments, share with your friends, and Palmies, Gents Lounge, Soy Boon Kanchana, Jomtian. Look me up if you're in town, guys, or send me an email. There's links in the description. Thanks for watching. Okay, see you guys.